We could never forget those who have died or been injured and their families. To all those who have suffered as a consequence of our troubled past, I extend my sincere thoughts and deep sympathy. With the benefit of historical hindsight, we can all see things which we would wish had been done differently, or not at all.
Queen Elizabeth speaking at a state dinner in Dublin last night. Today, the third day of her historic Irish visit, and one stop was obviously and particularly enjoyable for her. Fionnuala Sweeney is live in Dublin. Fionnuala, tell us about her day.
Yes, it's a slightly slower day for Queen Elizabeth. She's gone to visit two studs here, one owned by the Aga Khan, which is a private visit, and one, the National Stud in County Kildare, a great fan of horses and horse racing. She'll also be treated to a concert later on of all things Irish. But I want to turn to Vincent Browne now, well-known journalist and broadcaster with TV3 here in Ireland, and a commentator and quite a sage when it comes to what is taking place and has been taking place in this country. The Queen's speech last night, what does it signify for you? What has this visit signified?
I think the visit has been hugely powerful. I think her speech last night was not at all as eloquent as her participation in the wreath-laying ceremonies at the site of at the memorial to the people who fought for Irish independence. I think that her presence here at this time has really closed the chapter in Irish affairs, that it has completed the rapprochement with the United Kingdom, I think, and a rapprochement on the island itself.
Where does it leave Ireland more isolated within Europe, given the severe financial backdrop?
Well, we're in dire straits in any event, and the Queen's visit isn't relevant to that. We are stuck with a bank guarantee that was given in September of 2008, a blanket guarantee, the more generous than guarantee given anywhere else in the world by any state, and we're stuck also with a deal done last December with the IMF and the European Union and European Central Bank, which is hugely onerous, and we're stuck with a massive debt from the bank losses, aside from a debt arising from a hole in our fiscal situation. We're in a very, very serious economic situation at present, and there doesn't seem to be a resolution without some kind of convulsion in the European Union itself.
Right, and that is a view that's been articulated by many I've spoken to here. Dominique Strauss-Kahn, does that resonate at all, apart from obviously the talking point factor in Ireland?
I don't think it has much relevance. Maybe he had a more benign attitude to the arrangements that should be in place to help Ireland than his successor might have. But ultimately, I don't think it's of significance, except for the fact that I don't think that in America that a person of his stature, of his status, would have been arrested and taken off a plane in Ireland, even for an alleged crime as serious as rape, as happened in America. And I think that many of us are really impressed by the American authorities, that without regard for status or position in society or whatever, that's when a woman is raped, or when there's a serious allegation, believable allegation that a woman is raped, that the full rigour of the law attaches to them.
A final quick word about a former Irish Prime Minister who died early this morning, who in many ways set in place the arrangements which led to this visit taking place. Yes,
Gareth Fitzgerald was a person of enormous integrity, intelligence, leadership. He did indeed set in train, through the Anglo-Irish Agreement in 1985, the process which ultimately led to the peace process and the peace agreement, and to what happened yesterday, the Queen coming to Ireland and the Queen delivering that speech last night. He's a huge loss, was a friend to all of the Irish people, but to many of us individually as well.
All right, we must leave it there. Vincent Browne, thank you very much indeed for joining us. So the Queen's visit continues. It wraps up tomorrow when she heads to the Rock of Cashel in the Midlands and then on down to Cork, where she'll spend the afternoon before departing once more for England. It has been a roaring success, this visit, as far as the English and Irish governments are concerned, and then they'll take a short respite before turning their thoughts towards the visit of US President Obama on Monday.